Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. I want you to smile. Just smile because it's the beginning of a new day. You might say to yourself, this could be the best day of my life. I don't know how, I don't know what's going to happen, but that's part of the fun. What if today was the best day of my life? What would that mean to you? Some people said the best day of their life was their wedding day, or maybe they thought it was going to be and it didn't turn out that way. You could make an ordinary day gladden your heart, warm your heart, create wonderful things, create an experience that you're so proud of. You could say, yes, this is the best day of my life so far. We have no idea how much time we have left. Why don't we make a decision to make this the start of something wonderful? You're always listening to yourself. Think about that. When you're talking to yourself, when you're thinking thoughts, who's thinking those thoughts? When you're consciously aware of something going on in your head, who is the thinker of the thoughts? Who's listening? I grew up in the days of the Flintstones cartoon, and sometimes Fred Flintstone would be portrayed as he was a cartoon character, and he thought good and bad. So there would be a miniature angel on one shoulder telling him to do something good, and there would be a little devil on the other shoulder telling him to do something that he knew was wrong. And the angel and the devil would talk to him. Oh, you should really go bowling when your wife wants you to cut the grass. Oh, no, I could never do that. My wife takes such good care of me. And the angel and the devil would have a little fight over what he chose to do that day. If a thought pops into your head that makes you feel bad or sorry for yourself or insignificant or less worthy, I want you to challenge that thought. Pretend that's a little cartoon devil on your shoulder that's just yapping at you, or it's a noisy roommate in your head and you just want to tell it to shut up. Just go away. That's not what I want to think. That's not who I am. That's not what I want. You can persuade yourself through repetition. I am happy. I am happy. Life is easy. I am so glad that this is the best day of my life. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. Life shows you what you're thinking about. What you see in the results in your life, the outcome of a situation, is how you've been focusing your attention. Are you focusing your attention on, I am healthy, I am happy, I am wealthy, I am so abundantly blessed. Wow, life just keeps getting better and better and better. What if you decided that that's how you wanted life to be and you could just persuade yourself knock that little devil off of your shoulder and pay attention to what the little angel is saying, persuading yourself. And this is through an inner effort of focused attention to listen attentively as though you heard will activate positive feelings in your heart and in your mind. And as Buckminster Fuller said, to build, we want to build a new model to allow, and that allows the old model to fall away. So we don't have to pay attention to everything that's going wrong, focus our attention and feel bad. Just acknowledge that that's what's there. But decide, we're going to build a new model. When you give your focused attention to the new you, the new way of living, the happy, healthy, loved, respected, joyful you, the you that you really want to be, the old you falls away. It dies off. Just like a plant that you don't water, you don't give any nourishment to, it dies for lack of nourishment. The old version of you, the one that was sick and tired and miserable and complaining, we're done with that. Talk to yourself. Listen to what you want to hear. Speak inwardly what you would love to see on the outside. Make your inner conversation match what you would choose to see in your physical reality. Neville Goddard, in his book Awakened Imagination, has a chapter called The Coin of Heaven. And he says, make your inner conversation match your fulfilled desire. What you desire to hear without, you must hear within. Embrace the without within and become one who hears only that which implies the fulfillment of his desire, and all the external happenings in the world will become a bridge leading to the objective realization of your desire. Doesn't that sound simple, easy, lovely? What you desire is just on the other side of the bridge. So instead of pushing and grinding and slogging through the swamp, what if you just thought about the other side, what it looks like now that you've accomplished your goal, now that you're living happily ever after, as they say in fairy tales. You can rewrite your story. Instead of telling the old story over and over and over, the old story has been part of your growth, part of the challenge. It's what has caused you to have the strength to cross that bridge and to end up at the destination that right now might just be a thought in your head, an imaginary fantasy, a life that you wish you had. Well, how to bring it into manifestation is to practice what it's like now that you're there. Pretend that it's yours. Know that it's just on the other side of the bridge, and all you have to do is cross over. In your mind, walk over the bridge, and there's the destination. What is it? If you were to describe it to me or to a stranger, what would you say? I am so happy. I am so grateful. Look around. This is my life. I created this. I am healthy. I am happy. I am loved. I am respected. I am the manifester of my dreams. I am the creator of my life. Look what I did. If you're sitting calmly and quietly, if you've been journaling, if you have a pen and paper in front of you, write down, what does it look like now that you've crossed the bridge of all the incidents in your life to reach the destination that you've always wanted? Is it a fulfilled, happy marriage? Is it your business running smoothly and money is flowing into your bank account even when you're on vacation with your family? You're not spending hours grinding it out. The money is just appearing. And what are you spending it on? How are you helping those less fortunate? What are you gifting to yourself because you've created this magnificent life? Now it's time to enjoy it. I'm going to be quiet for a couple of minutes, and I want you to write what's in your heart. You're just walking across the bridge and seeing in real physical reality, you've created the life that you really want, and it's here now. Claim it. I'm just going to give you 2 minutes to write down what that looks like, what that feels like now that you've attained the goal, you've accomplished what you really want to accomplish. The wish has been fulfilled. What does it look like? Good morning again, and thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. That was only about 2 minutes. If you've been writing You might barely have started to put down any thoughts, or you might know exactly what you want and I've interrupted you. What do you really want? If you were just sitting and enjoying the music, hopefully that's calming your nerves and allowing you to set an intention that today really will be a wonderful day. In Coin of Heaven, Neville Goddard writes, "Your inner speech is perpetually written all around you in happenings. Learn to relate these happenings to your inner speech, and you will become self-taught." By inner speech is meant those mental conversations which you carry on with yourself. They may be inaudible when you are awake because of the noise and distractions of the outer world of becoming, but they are quite audible in deep meditation and dream. But whether they are audible or inaudible, you are their author. You fashion your world in their likeness. If you heard me at the beginning of this morning mindfulness practice, I mentioned the little cartoon that I used to watch as a kid, Fred Flintstone, and there was an episode where he had a little cartoon devil sitting on one shoulder and a little cartoon angel sitting on the other shoulder. And they would be arguing what he should do. That was his conscience telling him, yeah, it's okay. You could go bowling. You love that. It's so much fun. And the angel is reminding him, you promised Wilma that you were going to cut the grass. You have these inner arguments with yourself all the time. Do it, don't do it. Go there, don't go there. Yes, start a business. No, that would be crazy. What if you lost money? Go ahead and buy that car. No, it's not in the budget. Like, I hope you're laughing because I can think of times where I talked myself out of doing something that I really wanted because I didn't know how it would happen. You don't have to know how. The thing about manifestation is if you choose something that you really want and you focus your attention on it and you start to really get a clear picture in your mind, get clarity, set a goal, decide on a destination. And that destination could be a happy, healthy, loving, respectful marriage. It could be leaving a legacy where people talk about what you did for the world long after you're gone. It could be creating something that the world appreciates because it makes things so much easier. It could just be a beautiful piece of art or a book. Maybe you've always wanted to write a book. I don't want you to think about where you are and how hard it's going to be, and you can't see the path and you don't know how to do it, and so you procrastinate. I want you to think about you've crossed the bridge, you're at the goal, you've reached the destination, you love your life, and it wasn't that hard. The book is on the New York Times bestsellers list. People are talking about the wonderful thing you created. You're holding hands, walking along the beach with the love of your life. How does that feel? Talk to yourself like it's already done. It's here now. Practice that, rehearse that. say what you would say now that this is really your life. You hit the target, the goal is yours. What does it feel like? Get into the state of being that. What does a state of being healthy feel like? What does a state of being at peace, loved, and respected? You know what that feels like. Neville Goddard says, inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire is the way to create an intelligible world for yourself. Observe your inner speech, for it is the cause of future action. Inner speech reveals the state of consciousness from which you view the world. Make your inner speech match your fulfilled desire, for your inner speech is manifested all around you in happenings. The whole manifested world goes to show us what use we have made of the word of inner speech. An uncritical observation of our inner talking will reveal to us the ideas from which we view the world. Inner talking mirrors our imagination, and our imagination mirrors the state with which it is fused. If the state with which we are fused is the cause of the phenomenon of our life, then we are relieved of the burden of wondering what to do, for we have no alternative but to identify ourselves with our aim, with our goal, with what we truly desire. And inasmuch as the state with which we are identified mirrors itself in our inner speech, then to change the state with which we are fused, we must first change our inner talking. It is our inner conversations which make tomorrow's facts. So what if you just said, your affirmations are what you really want, and say them over and over and over, and it pushes out that noisy roommate in your head that's trying to talk you out of things. It knocks that little devil off your shoulder, and you're paying attention to how you're talking to yourself. What are you saying? That energetic vibration of your thoughts and your words are giving you ideas, opening up opportunities, revealing the path, showing you the next step on the journey to your goal. As you take that next step, another step will be revealed to you. The energetic vibration of the wish fulfilled, the goal already accomplished. I want you to think about being in that state of being and talking to yourself, congratulating yourself for having accomplished this. Wow, look at this. What a fantastic life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. Thank you, God. You could say thank you and say your own name. Thank you, Susan. This is what we always wanted. People said it was impossible, but we did it. We didn't listen to the naysayers. We didn't criticize ourselves for being halfway across the bridge and turning around and going back. Of course, you're not going to get to the destination if you doubt, if you worry about what's the next step going to look like. What if you just took a quantum leap and pretended you were already there? The universe will reveal to you what you've been thinking about, how you've been talking to yourself. The words that you use are creating your future. It is our inner conversations which make tomorrow's facts. Observe your inner speech, for it is the cause of future action. Inner speech reveals the state of consciousness from which you view the world. Make your inner speech match your fulfilled desire, for your inner speech is manifested all around you in happenings. The whole manifested world goes to show us what use we have made of the word, inner speech. And Neville Goddard says, an uncritical observation of our inner talking will reveal to us the ideas from which we view the world. Uncritical is key. Don't be looking around and beating yourself up because this is where you are. Look at it as the starting point, the first step. Focus on the destination. When you're jumping off the high diving board, you're not worried about the journey along the way. You're focused on where you're going to land. If you're parachuting out of an airplane, you're focused on where you're landing. And then when you jump, you're enjoying the journey. You're enjoying the view. You're looking around and saying, I created this. So I want you to stop all of the old mechanical negative inner talking and start a new positive and constructive inner speech from premises of fulfilled desire. Inner talking is the beginning, the sowing of the seeds of future action. To determine the action, you must consciously initiate and control your inner talking. Construct a sentence which implies the fulfillment of your aim. It could be, I have a large, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Or I am happy, I am healthy, I am wanted, I am worthy, I am contributing to the good of the world. And repeat such a sentence over and over and over and over and over until you are inwardly affected by it. Outer speech, our inner speech, represents in various ways the world we live in. Inner speech, how you talk to yourself, what you say, are vibrational energy, and what you see on the outside, what you see in your world is a reflection of the energy that you put out. What you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you're saying shows up in physical form. Talk about how wonderful life is. Give thanks for everything that is coming to you, everything that you have, everything that you've done, and everything that is on its way. And enjoy this beautiful day. Create a life of your choosing. Take a deep breath in and let that go. And say, I am creating a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Enjoy what you're creating, and I'll see you back here Monday morning at 7. Thank you.